Hooks are one of the most useful features ever introduced in React. It makes code significantly cleaner and provides better developer experience. By using default hooks, we can accomplish almost everything. However, sometimes we fall into the trap of reinventing the wheel and solve what has already been solved. So, to overcome this issue, we will be looking into React Use. It is essentially a library of commonly used hooks, which covers a lot of functionalities. In this video, we will be looking into some of them and see them in action. So, further ado, hit the like button and let's get started. First, let me quickly go over on what we got. Here, we have a fresh Next.js project, which is initialized by using this command. If we go to the page and index.js file, we can see the contents of our home directory, which creates this welcome page. To begin using the React Use library, let's clear all of that and install it by using the command npm I react use. Once that's done, we are ready to go and our homepage is now empty. Now, let's jump in and look at few examples. First, we have the use idle hook. It is a hook that we can use to determine whether our user is active or not. Using it is pretty simple. We import it like so, then we initialize it and give a time value in milliseconds. So if I were to give it 2 seconds, it will switch the initial value from false to true after 2 seconds. To demonstrate it, let's edit a condition and render out a simple text indicating the status, like so. And let's try it. First, as you can see, we are currently in active state. And if I were to stop my mouse and basically do nothing, after 2 seconds we begin idling. And as soon as I did something, it switched back to being active again, which is pretty neat. Now let's check another hook, or hooks I should say. Use Multi-State Validator and use title. Use Multi-State Validator is a very useful one. It essentially combines states to a single validatable source. So check this out. In our code, we import the use Multi-State Validator like so. Then we define 3 different states. To keep things simple, I created a boolean states and duplicated them. It is not ideal, however for demo purposes it should be fine. Anyways, after creating states, we defined a validator function, which in this case checks that if every state is true. If so, it returns true, if not, false. Next up, we call the use multi-state validator hook and supply it with an array of states and our validator function. Then we simply use it on our page like so. We essentially have 3 checkboxes, and if all of them are checked, we expect to be validated. If not, then we want to see not validated option. Now let's try it. So by default, we see the not validated option, which is what we have expected. And if I were to check all of the 3 boxes, we see it switches to validated states. But if only one of them is false, the validation fails, which shows us that it is working properly. Now let's add something to it. Let's say that we want to move this text over to the title. Well, we can easily do that by using the use title hook. On our code, we just import it and use it like so. It is very simple. And if we try it again, as you can see, it is working properly and the title is switching as well. At this point, I think you got the idea behind using a hook library and what can be accomplished by using that. Now, before jumping straight into it and using it in your projects, I want to make a few points. First, you may have noticed that not all of these hooks are doing complex things. Even some of them are equal to literally one-liner vanilla JavaScript code. The point of using libraries like React Use is creating code uniformity, which means that getting rid of random pieces of code in random locations within your project. Therefore, you will have cleaner and more understandable code. Depending on your project complexity, using such hook libraries may or may not worth it, but it is always nice to know that such solutions exist. In the end, I hope you find this somewhat helpful. If so, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time, take care.